Hey guys, my bad. I'm sorry for being late. I was on a very important phone call though. I had to finish up some work related stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Super excited to get started. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going live over on Instagram, so just give me 1 second to get that all set up. And we're gonna get into it. What's the name of this? So I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. As y'all can see, I'm all over the place, but it's okay. It's all good. All right. Because we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you, hold on. Let me go grab. I'll be right back. Let me go grab something because otherwise this is going to be ratchet. And I'm not about to do that with y'all. Okay. We're going to have an amazing broadcast today. Hey, SCB Naturals. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to have an amazing broadcast this afternoon. So let me go ahead and get everything set up properly so we can get into it, okay? There we go. Because I have a lot of information that I want to share with you guys, a lot of stuff I want to go over. And I'm very, very excited about today's broadcast. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Kiara Solomon. I am the founder of the Right Click Agency. We are a full-service digital marketing agency based outside of Philadelphia in Elkins Park. And today I'm talking about tips for improving your credibility online, okay? Hold on 1 second, you guys. I really want to get set up. I should have did this before I came on, but I was running late. And like I said, I just want to get set up properly because I have a lot of stuff to cover with you guys today. A lot of really good information. I got a lot of notes. So make sure you grab a pen and take some notes, or you write some notes on your phone or something while we are going over this, because this is going to be really, really good. All right. There we go. Instagram, we got y'all popping. All right. So, like I said, we're talking about tips to improve your online credibility. And if you watched my broadcast yesterday, if you haven't, you can go check out the replay. I talked about the reasons that your social media content may not be getting you the results that you want, right? As in more customers. A lot of times when I talk to business owners, they are like, I am trying, I'm posting every day, but it's not really doing anything for my sales. My sales are not coming from online. And I went over yesterday some of the reasons that normally happens. Like I said, if you didn't go check out that broadcast, please make sure you do. But one of the things I want to say before I hop into the content right now is that, what I'm about to do is really slow walk y'all, because I had a conversation with my business coach at the beginning of the year, and one of the things that we were talking about, really, it was like over a course of some days, some one-on-one strategy sessions that she and I had. And one of the things that we were talking about, she asked me is, what's the number one reason that most people are failing when they're trying to market their businesses, right? Like, Kiara, what would you say is the thing that most people are getting wrong? And we really started all the way from the beginning. And in order for you to build a strong and successful and profitable business, I want you guys to understand that it's just like building a house. You have to do certain things in order, right? You might want to get to the tub and the towel and the stove and the kitchen and all that. But if you're building a house, you have to start with the foundation. You cannot skip steps. And a lot of times, unfortunately, the business owners that I talk to, it's like, y'all don't want me to say this to y'all, right? But today we got to talk about it. Hey, y'all, thank you for coming on. Happy Wednesday. we got to talk about it, because if I don't talk to you guys about this, if I don't give you guys this information, unfortunately, you're going to continue to have experience the same mistakes over and over and over again, right? So I really am probably going to slow walk this conversation over the course of the next several days, as we're talking about like what is it required to build this successfully. DJ Marcel, I think that this is for anybody who has a product or service that you are trying to sell or market online, okay? And I'm gonna get into it. I just wanted to say that because this is not sexy. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the information that I'm about to give you is valuable, but a lot of people gonna miss it. A lot of people not gonna tap into it, and a lot of people not gonna use it to grow because it's not flashy. It's not what the gurus on social media are telling y'all. They telling y'all spend a bunch of money on ads, and this is how you'll get it. You'll get it back. I had somebody tell me the other day she's working with this person, and it's really unfortunate. Like, from my professional perspective, I feel like it's a very unfortunate situation for her to be in. But sometimes I'm learning this with my teenager. He's 15 now. Sometimes you gotta let people find out the hard way. You heard me? So she told me all of the stuff that's going on right now with her business. She got under 1,000 people on her email list, really like a couple hundred people following her on social media. And she's working with somebody that's telling her, like, oh, just go spend some money on ads right now, without setting up these other systematic things, without doing this other stuff first. And I think that the ads are important, but you have to have these systems set up first. Sorry, you guys. My phone almost died. That's what was going on. You have to have these systems set up first before you start just running ads. Like, doing that to yourself, you're really playing yourself. Because unless you you just feel like spending some money, and then if that's the case, then that's cool, but ads are not where you should start. So anyway, today we're going to talk. I'm just trying to make sure Instagram is good. Y'all can see me better that way, right? So today we're going to talk about what you can do to improve your online credibility. Thank you to everybody who's watching over on Facebook and on YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't see your face unless you say hi in the comments, because I'm streaming through the thing. So just say what's up so that I can see you guys. We're going to get into it. If you know somebody who could use this information, guys, please do me a favor and share this broadcast with them. Thank you so much, Lorvelle, for sharing as usual. I appreciate it. Good to see you this afternoon. So the first thing that I want you to know before we hop into the conversation, there is a book called The Speed of Trust by Stephen R. Covey. And he is the son of the guy who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Side note, I decided I'm about to start giving you guys today I'm going to update my Amazon affiliate list link in my bio over on Instagram. So when I give y'all book recommendations, if you buy the book, please just use my affiliate link, because I be putting a lot of people on the books, and I want to start generating me a little pocket change that way. So anyway, but there's this book called The Speed of Trust by Stephen R. Covey, who was the son of the guy who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he talks about the speed of trust. And he says that where trust is high, that it doesn't take people a long time to make a decision. And I think you guys all know that this is true, right? Hey, to everybody who's coming in on Instagram, where trust is high, right? If you trust somebody and they pull up right now to your house and they like, yo, get in the car, finna take this ride, and it's your friend, it's somebody that you know, like, and trust, you're like, okay, where we going? Where are we going to get something to eat, right? You hopping in the car with them. But where trust is low, it takes people a long time to make a decision, right? And so when we talk about building your online credibility, when we talk about, improving that trust factor online, it's really about setting yourself up in a way so that when people are introduced to you, they make that decision as fast as humanly possible for them, right? So you want to speed up or decrease the time that somebody spends in your sales cycle. So depending on what you sell, depending on what your price point is, right? Like if you sell a $1 product, you probably don't have a long sales cycle, right? If I sell $1 candy bars, it doesn't take you a long time to decide if you want to give me $1 or not. You either are or you're not, right? The dollar store, that's why you go in the dollar store, you buy a whole bunch of stuff. You put everything in your cart, you get to the front, you got $27 of things. When you came to the dollar store to get one thing, because it didn't take you a long time to make those decisions. You was just throwing it in the bag because you knew it was $1. Now they prices going up. Now you in there thinking about it, right? so so where trust is high, where trust is high, then it doesn't take people a long time to make a decision. And that's the reason why you need to improve your online credibility. That's the number one reason why you want to do it. Okay. So that when people find you, they're like, oh, yes, I want to support. I don't have to question anything about this business. Because when people are questioning whether or not you're real, whether or not you're taking, you're a scammer, whether or not you're a reputable business, whether or not you can do all the things that you say you can do, the longer people spend in that space, the less likely they are to actually buy from you, right? Because they are spending that money on other things. They are being introduced to other people who are doing a better job, who are more credible. You ever have a situation where somebody reach out to you? This used to happen to me a lot when I was just getting started in business, you guys. And I didn't understand this for a long time until I understood credibility. I read that book called The Speed of Trust, and this is what really helped me. Okay. So I used to this happened to me when I was first starting a lot, and I was mostly just offering like websites and stuff, right? And people would come to me and I would quote them a really cheap price, like I remember at one point I was doing websites for $500. I would never ever do I would never ever actually do anything, probably a project for $500, any of the services that we offer anymore. But at the time, I was providing people full websites, fully custom websites for $500. It was ridiculous. And I remember I had several people who I quoted this price, and they were like, I'm gonna get back to you, da, da, da. And they like ghosted me. I never heard from them again, only to find out later that they went and paid somebody more to do it, right? And I was offended. Like, why would they pay somebody $2,500 to build their website and would pay me 500? I could have did it, right? This was how my thinking was, right? But what I had to understand was that I wasn't credible a lot of times because of my pricing. I seemed a little shady, a little incompetent, like too good to be true type of thing. So we're gonna talk about my tips today, and I want to give you guys some actionable things that you can do. But hopefully this background information is just making it a little bit more clearer for you and help you to understand why this is so important, and how this is going to help you to make more money online. Okay. All right. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have a user friendly, uh visually competent website, right? I'm trying to say this a nice way, but you may not necessarily be able to afford like gonna go get a whole fully designed website. You may not necessarily even be at the place where you need that. You might only need like just one landing page, or something really basic. But you have to have a place where you can send people to check out, right? I'll use one of my friends as an example of this, because unfortunately it was a disadvantage. It was an obstacle to her to closing a sale. Like, let's just say it flat out what it was. It prevented her from getting some money, period. Okay. So she is hosting an event, and instead of using like, and again, these are all examples. Like, you can use Eventbrite. You can use, like, if you have a course, you can use something like Teachable. You can use PayPal links or Stripe links, but you need to have a place that is not Cash at Me. right? Or send it to this PayPal email address. No, you need to have a place where all of the information lives, where all of the details are, where people can find out about everything that's included, everything that's going on, right? It has to be a credible central location, excuse me, where people can go to check out. Why? This adds to your credibility. Okay, this says that you are a business. I know y'all don't like paying PayPal fees. Somebody told me this the other day. Oh, because PayPal be charging you fees. Yes, because they a business. Sis, how do you collect coins from people's credit cards without? You need PayPal, you need Stripe, you need something. Okay, so this is super, super important. Now, if you've been in business for some time, you need to invest in getting a good website. Okay, you have to invest in getting a good website. And I want to tell you guys a story about when I was first getting started. Thank you so much, SCB Natural. She said, I'm so glad you're saying this. Okay. So when I was first getting started, my very first iteration of my business, it was a mentorship and like women's motivational program called Fix Your Crown, right? And I wrote a book and I used to go around and do motivational speaking and vision board parties and all this type of stuff. It was really cool. One day I might go back and do something like that again. But anyway, so I started this business. It was called Fix Your Crown, and I could not afford to hire somebody to build my website. Okay. And so I knew what I wanted, and every day I came home and I learned how to do something different until I had a really presentable website. And it took me about 30 days to do it, you guys. And I used to work on it from like minimum 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night, like minimum 3 hours a day. Okay. And I was putting in so much work to build this website because I understood that in order to get booked as a real speaker, in order for like people to take me seriously and make some real money, not just be like volunteering and giving stuff away and being at this really basic level, I needed to have some sort of credibility about who I was. I needed to compile all the things that I had done over the course of my life and put them in one place where people could find them and verify who I was. And, listen, sometimes you don't have the money to do something, so you have to invest the time. I spoke to somebody the other day and she was like, oh, and this is not me knocking anybody's pocket, so I don't want y'all to be offended by this, okay? Because there was a time when I couldn't afford to pay for business coaching or one-on-one sessions or any of these types of things. So I'm not knocking nobody's pockets. There was a time when I was struggling to make ends meet and doing stuff on the side so that I could have extra money to go buy groceries, not so I could invest in a business. And I know right now it's really popular for like everybody online to be like, oh, at the top of the, mountain with all of the success that they're experiencing in their business. But most entrepreneurs do not have that journey, do not experience that. And the other thing is that there are highs and lows in business. So you need to be prepared for all. But anyway, the moral of the story is I spoke to this woman the other day, and she was saying that she couldn't afford my pricing for a strategy session, which again, I'm not offended by that. But we have a membership program. We recently launched it this year. If you're interested in finding out more about our membership program, you can go to rightclickagency.com/membership and get all the information, right? And so she told me she couldn't afford the strategy sessions. And so I said, listen, well, our membership, if you go through the membership, you get one course, one module per month, and then you also get all of these other things that come along with it, right? So it's really like a lot of support for the little value, for the little monetary value that we're exchanging. And she said, oh, but I want something that's going to get me done fast. I want something that's going to be like, I need it right now. You either have to have the money or you have to have the time. Okay, you gotta pick. You can't say you don't have both to invest in your business if you're serious about your next level. And you cannot expect to cut corners. You cannot expect to cut corners and skip any part of the process. And this is really, again, why we're having this conversation, because you guys need to be slow walked. You guys need to be slow walked through the steps and understanding that this is what's required in the process. Okay. The steps are the steps. All right. So if you can't afford a website, get a landing page. There are a lot of landing page providers out there. There are a lot of different things that you can do to create something, but you have to have something that's trustworthy and reputable. This is going to drastically improve your credibility among people who don't know you. Because, yes, if you're hosting events or SCB Natural sells skincare products, so you selling skincare products to your family and friends, like, oh, yeah, they don't mind cash apping you. They don't mind, sending the money as PayPal, friends and family, but your business is not going to grow and excel and succeed from your family and friends supporting you, right? Does everybody agree with me? Over on Facebook, over on YouTube? If this is making sense to you guys, just put some hearts in the chat. Like, give me some hearts on the thing, or comment in the chat if this is helping you over on Facebook. So, that they may be comfortable doing that. She said they can't even cash at me. Yes, that's how I feel. Like, if it's business, let's do it like it's business. But people who don't know you, they want to have some sort of protection. They want to have some sort of validation, right? And so what happened to my friend was that I referred somebody to her event that she's hosting, right? And they were like, "Oh, I want to come. This sounds so nice. Yeah, blah, blah. Send me the link so I could pay." And I was like, "Oh, let me get it from her." And when I reached out to her and asked her for it, she was like, "Oh, they gotta message me and they gotta do this and do that." And that people don't feel comfortable about that. So in that moment, my friend who was being referred was probably sitting in her car or sitting on her couch and would have checked out for the event right away, right? She's holding her phone. She looks, she's like, "Oh, let me go buy my ticket." I'm like, "Yes, tell me when you get your ticket," right? That's how I promote my friends. That's how I promote. I'll be like, "Yes, let me know when you purchase your ticket. Let me know when you try it. Let me know when you sign up." I hold people accountable when they say they're going to do stuff. But anyway, SCB Natural said, "Definitely not. I thought like that in the beginning, but most of my family is not my target audience." Absolutely. Right. So anyway, having a website, something that looks professional, having something that has a secure checkout, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later, but just something that looks professional, something that is trustworthy, something that people feel comfortable doing business on. Right now it's a lot of scams and stuff going on. It's a lot of people who try to get over online. So the more you can make your business look like a real business and validate your business online, the better that's going to be for you in the long run. Okay. And if this is helpful to you guys, please make sure you share this broadcast with your friends and your followers. Tag somebody, or if you're watching on Instagram, you guys can send it to somebody's DM. But on Facebook or YouTube, you can share the link, share it on your profile or something like that. So the next thing is you have to have a content strategy, or you should develop, and this is going to help improve your credibility. You should have a content strategy that is centered on your ideal client. And yesterday I talked a little bit about this. Like I said, if you didn't already watch the video from yesterday, make sure you go back and watch it, because the video from yesterday is like an overview of all of the different things that I'm going to probably cover with you guys over the next couple of days and weeks. I decided that I need to really break this stuff down and like slow walk you. Thank you so much, SCB Naturals. I appreciate it. So I want to make sure that I slow walk you guys through this, even though it's not the sexy online stuff that y'all want to hear, because I need to center my content around my audience, right? This is literally exactly what I'm talking about. Not giving you this information is a disservice, right? Not letting you know, thank you, not letting you know that this is what's really required up front. So sidebar, I was having a conversation with my client and we were making some decisions about technology. And she said to me that she didn't like a particular company that we had been working with because they were not transparent. Y'all, the value of transparency is another very important piece of your credibility. Are you upfront with everybody? Good afternoon, Big Exclusive. Thank you for being here. Are you upfront with the people that you're trying to do business with about what's really required? Right? If I tell you, oh, yeah, you could just sign up for my program, you're going to have a sales funnel tomorrow, you could be making millions of dollars. That's not true, right? I mean, anything is possible, but it's not the most likely outcome. And that's one of the biggest things that tech companies don't do. So you want to create a content strategy that is centered around your customers, centered around your clients. What do they need? What do they really want to know about the products and services that you have for sale, right? What's the full disclosure of working with you, right? So let's say you provide a particular service, right? Let's say you're I don't know, let's say you're a chiropractor, because I talked about a chiropractor yesterday, so this will relate. Let's say you're a chiropractor and your customers or clients are coming to you because they're having back pains, right? This is literally the reason why they're looking for the services that you provide. So you're like, come into my office and just for $99, you'll never have a pain again. Well, is that true, or do you have to have several treatments over time, right? You have to make more than a one-time investment to see real chiropractic results, right? And so being transparent with people and helping them to understand, if you're a real estate agent, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that when you go to closing, you have additional costs that often come up that are associated with closing. I didn't know this until I was working with a client who was in real estate. We were talking about different things that people don't know. Literally, this was one of the questions that I asked her. So this is a good question for you to ask yourself about your business. What are some unknowns? What are the frequently asked questions that people come to me with that's going to help you to develop a content strategy that really positions you as the expert, right? And so I talked about this really in depth yesterday, making sure that you are findable, making sure that people know how to find you on social media, making sure that people know where you are and what you do. Don't call yourself something that people don't know, right? Like, I am a marketing expert, right? I own a digital marketing agency, but if I call myself the universal I don't know, the universal strategist, if I call myself the universal strategist, I probably am not coming up when people are looking for digital marketing strategy. Does that make sense? Right? Like, if I call it something that my clients and customers are not calling it, then it makes them more difficult for them to find me. So you want to censor all of the content that you create, all of the things that you do online around what your ideal client is looking for, who they are, and what they need. And this is why that statement, like when people say to you, like, oh, you run your own business, you can do whatever you want. When people say stuff like that to me, it's like so strange. It's like it's like so unfathomable, because what? My whole life is based around my clients and my customers. My every like Your customer is always right. That's really like how you have to run your business if you want to be successful. Even if their approach is wrong, even if the tone of voice of which they say something to you is wrong. See, a lot of times when people say the customer is always right, they perceive that from meaning like, oh, people could talk to you however they want, or people could do whatever they want. But even negative feedback is valuable for you as a business owner, because if a customer is telling you that they had a negative experience with you, if a customer is giving you an opportunity to improve, like, that's a major opportunity. That's a major opportunity for you to grow, to add value. So that's what people, so like, you have to look at it from like, even if you was wrong, you was right. Does that make sense? Even if you was wrong, you was right, because I needed to see, hear, know, understand, understand, so that I could improve my strategy, so that I could be better, so that I could do a better job of running my business and providing value to my potential customers, my potential clients. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. All of you who are tuned in. I'm going to keep going, but I just want to do a quick reset. If you know you need help with your digital marketing strategy, then make sure you go to my website. If you're watching on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio. It's rightclickagency.com/consultation. On Facebook or Instagram. I'm sorry, on Facebook or YouTube. I just put the link up at the bottom, bit.ly/help me grow my biz. Go to that link, click that link, schedule your free digital marketing assessment with us so that I can help you figure out your next best step in business, right? How do you build a marketing strategy for your business that's going to get you results, that's going to grow your online audience, that's going to help you to generate some more sales? SCB Natural says she's working on her content strategy now. Yes, definitely sit down and think about how you can add value. This was one of the things I talked about a couple weeks ago, I think, on live stream, is that when it comes to your content marketing strategy, you guys, in 2022, you are absolutely going to have to make sure that you are engaging with your audience, right? Like doing a good job of producing the type of content that they want to see, the type of content that they're going to like, share, subscribe, comment to, because Facebook and Instagram is prioritizing the things that you do to keep people on the platform more often. Okay, so today we're talking about some of the things that you can do to improve your online credibility. When I kicked off this broadcast, I said to you guys, understanding the speed of trust and how that impacts people's buying decisions was literally one of the best things I could have ever learned about my business. And when people come to my profile or wherever they find me online and they are able to easily determine that I'm credible, that I'm an expert, it improves their decision, or it decreases, let me say it this way, it decreases their decision making time and increases the number of conversions that I have, right? So you all have heard the saying, people buy from those people that they know, like, and trust, right? And so what are you doing online to build your trust, to build your credibility, your audience's credibility and who you are? And you, contrary to belief, let me say this to you guys. Yes, thank you so much, SCB Naturals, for putting it up. The book that I was talking about is called The Speed of Trust by Stephen R. Covey. But contrary to your belief, you need to be taking the steps and the actions to build your online credibility before people get to your profile. You have to have a credible profile when people get there. Later on today, I'm going to update my Amazon affiliate link so that my book recommendations for business owners are on that list, because I read and recommend a lot of books. It's one of the best things that I have done to grow my business over the course of my career as an entrepreneur. Okay, reading definitely is fundamental. Listen, contrary to your belief, before people end up on your profile. Hey, Frazier. Yes, it is becoming a daily habit. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. When people get to your profile, you don't want to be like putting it together. When people come to your house, you don't want to be putting the living room table together, still cleaning up. You want the house to be clean when they get there, right? So this is why I said at the beginning, this woman that I met who was given a recommendation to like turn on these ads without building her credibility, without doing some of the stuff that we're talking about, is going to be as a disservice to her. It's not going to get her the results that she wants, because when those people come there, a lot of times you got one chance, right? But for somebody's like, oh my gosh, this looks a little fake. And most people need to see stuff multiple times before they're deciding to purchase from you, because you don't look credible. So it takes a longer time to actually convert them into customers, actually convert them into clients. I don't know. Hopefully this stuff is making sense to you guys. It's something that I really, really want you to think about. Like I said, when you're able to decrease the length of time that it takes somebody to decide whether or not they want to purchase from you, like that's a huge advantage. That's a huge advantage. Okay. So you definitely want to be doing these things. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that your social media is integrated with the other things that you have going on. Okay. This is my third tip. So, what I mean by this is when people end up on your website, it should be connected. Like there should be links from your website that are redirecting people back to social media. And from your social media profiles, there should be links that are directing people back to your website. And on both sides of that, you should be using some tools to track. You should be using some tools to track the people that end up on either one. Okay. Now I want to talk to you guys about why this is important. And again, you need to have this from the rip. Before you start sending traffic to your website, you want to make sure you're tracking who's on your website. Right. So before you start running ads on Facebook, you want to make sure you're tracking who's interacting with those ads on Facebook. Hey, Annette, thanks for coming in. So you need to make sure that both of those platforms are interacted with each other, right? That it's integrated with each other, that there are connections from each one to the other, right? And that both of them are consistent. Okay, both of them are cohesive. So when I am on your social media profile and you popping on social media, you got all this stuff going on, your pictures are flawless, your images look amazing, everything is lovely, and then I go click your link in your bio to purchase. When I get to your website should reflect all of that you were on social media. It should not be disconnected. So if your color scheme on your social media profile is like purple and black, I don't know, I'm just making something up, purple and black. When I get to your website, the color scheme can be green and yellow. I'm confused. What's happening? If your name on social media is SCB Naturals, when I get to your website, your name can be Head and Shoulders. Right? Like what? you you have to, it has to line up, it has to match. Okay. And then you have to be consistent on both. So when you get to the point where you have an actual website, whether you are designing that website yourself, you're working with somebody to design your website, whatever you have going on, if you're running a Christmas sale on your social media, when I get to your website, the picture shouldn't be, swimwear on the front cover unless you only sell swimwear full all year round. Does that make sense? Like if it's Christmas and you selling coats and I get to your website, the homepage should be selling coats. So it all has to line up, you guys. It all has to make sense. And there needs to be quality content and quality images on both. So, like, if you're taking amazing pictures and photo shoots on Instagram and on Facebook, on your website, you can't have like blurry Android, no shade, but blurry Android, my first camera phone pictures zoomed all the way in, somebody head cropped out. Right? So is your social media strategy and your website integrated? So that, because remember at the beginning, we talked about having a central place where people go to find out more about you and, check out, and a credible website or landing page or something where people are like, yes, this makes sense. It's not you telling everybody cash at me, send me a DM. Nah, sis, DM for pricing. Nah, sis, I'm cool. I don't want it. Secret prices. Only places I ever been that got secret prices is the places where the price too high. So I'm cool. I'm good. No, thank you. Beloved, you got it. So all of those things have to be matched up. You really want to practice being transparent, right? The moral of the story here today is transparency equals trust. Yes, Lorville, exactly. Make sure your platform is aligned and consistent. Okay. Transparency equals trust. The more transparent you are about the process, the easier it is for people to trust you. The more transparent you are about what's going on and behind the scenes, how things are actually done, the easier it is for people to trust you, right? Me too. That was funny. I don't know why I just sometimes y'all know I can't help it. I just be telling jokes. Um, so do things that are going to increase the people who you are asking to exchange value with, right? You're asking them to exchange money with you. Do things to make it easier for them to trust you. Do things that make it easier for people to buy into what it is that you're trying to get people to do. So hopefully that makes sense. Your social media stuff definitely has to be integrated and it has to be congruent. I have a few more tips, but I just want to do a quick reset. Like I said, this is going to be an amazing broadcast. If you haven't done so already, you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, uh, you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whichever platform you're on, guys, please do me a favor and share this broadcast with your friends and your followers. Make sure you give me some hearts in the chat. That also helps to improve my engagement when you're getting value from these videos. If you know an entrepreneur that needs this information, you guys, it's super essential that you share this with them. So even if they don't tune in now, they'll get access to the replay so that they can get this information and learn more about how they can grow their businesses. If you're interested in connecting with me, learning more about the services that I offer, we do have an amazing membership, which I mentioned already, where you can get access to even greater content, higher level content, things that you can actually implement. If the free stuff is helping you, imagine what the paid stuff is going to do. Period. I always laugh when people are like, when people who get free information are like, they feel like they got away with something. It's like, nah, I told you that on purpose so you could, you know what I mean? So you can see what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? So I wish you much love and success. You know what I'm saying? Because if the free information is helping you to generate that much money, imagine what the paid information would do for you. You blocking your own blessings, sweetheart. But anyway, if you're interested in our membership, it is only $99 per month. You get access to monthly training modules, technology support, amazing workshops from our expert partners who teach you different things about different areas of your business, discounts, and so many other really cool exclusive things. So you can find out more about that on our website, rightclickagency.com/membership. But if you have any questions for me, you want to schedule some time to talk with me, just click the link in my bio. If you're watching on Instagram or if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, you can go to bit.ly/help grow my biz. Sign up for your free digital marketing assessment so we can get on a call. We actually do it over Zoom call. And we talk about everything in your business, and then I give you guys some advice on what you can do to grow. So it's a really great opportunity for you to kind of get some insight into some of the things that I suggest for our clients. Okay. So today we're talking about things that you can do to increase or improve your online credibility. This is continuing with my series yesterday where I was talking about the reason that your social media posts are not working. So if that's something that you have experienced, you definitely want to make sure that you go watch that video and stay tuned for future videos, because this is going to be a topic that I'm going to be talking about for a minute. But my goal is really to help you guys with your social media marketing strategy so that you get better results and ultimately make more money online, right? That's what we're here for, period, right? Okay. And I'm going to tell a few jokes in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, let me be serious. So the next thing that's going to improve your credibility, you guys, is something that small businesses owners love to hate, but it's really your best friend if you could, just see it from a different perspective. And that's email marketing. And my suggestion for you guys in this area is that you start small and focus on creating basic automations that, again, just add to your credibility and your transparency in your processes. Okay. So this is another reason why using stuff like Cash App is really at a disadvantage, or telling people to, send you a message, or, these private payment links on PayPal is because you and your client, you and your customer need to have some sort of receipt of the exchange. And also you need to have like standardized processes on what happens next. And when you don't have these systems set up, everybody gets a different experience. So let's say you create like, I don't know, custom gift bags or something like that, right? And you're like, you don't want to be taking the orders all willy-nilly all over the place, right? You want everybody to be in line, in order, in order in which it was received. It's a clear process on what's happening and what's going on. And so setting up some basic automations inside of your email marketing will help you to really streamline your business, and it will help your clients to feel like you're professional, right? To get a great client experience. Again, this is what we're talking about, right? Improving your client experience, improving your online reputation, being more credible as a business owner online, doing things that are going to produce sales for you in the long run, right? More sales for you. This also helps you when you do turn on your Facebook and Instagram ads, when you do start doing other things to promote your business, paid social advertising, when you do have 100 clients. SCB Naturals, if you have, 100 soap orders that come in every hour for the next 48 hours, right? That's 4,000 soap orders over the next 2 days, almost 5,000 soap orders. Would you have the capacity to be like every single person sending a manual message to and getting those orders out and creating your product and living your life? All right. So a lot of times you guys are asking for levels of success that you're not prepared yet to receive. I'm not talking to anybody individually. I'm talking to the group, and I'm talking to myself, right? Because there have been times where I didn't have the system set up to receive the thing that I was trying to get. And this is one of the things that I tell my team all the time. Before you walk into a room and sell a $10,000 product, before you make your first $10,000 online, before you sell out a course or a program, you have to have the stuff set up to be able to do that. And so if you're not willing to invest the money in getting those things set up, then it's gonna, I keep saying it, you have to invest the time. It's gonna take the time. Frazier said, I have been creating a lot of daily planners, right? So creating those daily planners takes time. If you got 2,000 orders today for the daily planners, I don't know how much you're selling them for, but let's say they're $10 each and you get 2,000 orders, right? You make $20,000. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm getting better at math. So if you get 2,000 orders today for your $10 daily planners, you make $20,000 in a day. Do you have the systems in place to be able to handle that? Or will people be all over like, this is a scam? I ordered my planner last week and I still ain't get nothing yet. Where is my stuff? OMG. I need to get my stuff. I'm filing a complaint with my credit card company. Scam all over your Facebook and Instagram ads. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen multiple times. So before you can get what it is that you're asking for, you have to get ready. This is why I said to you guys that building the credibility actually starts before you do all of the things that you're going to attract those people to you. Yeah, that's that money man. That's that money man. I've been getting better because y'all know sometimes I be off. Be like, oh, let's keep my handy dandy calculator available, right? But so if you are not prepared to handle the success, a lot of times that's why you're not attracting it, you're not manifesting it, it's not happening yet in your business because you haven't done the work yet to receive it. Okay, so you have to get all of this stuff together. Email marketing is gonna again add to transparency on what's happening. If I place an order with your website and I get a receipt right away, a confirmation right away, an update on my shipping right away, then that makes it so much easier for me to come back and spend money with you again. I will tell you guys, I bought some natural products from a woman. She's based in Philadelphia, actually. So I bought these skincare products probably about 2 or 3 years ago now. And she is very popular on social media. She has thousands of people who follow her. Her products are very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie, they were very, very nice products. But when I placed my order, I didn't get any sort of messaging, anything from it. And it took about, I want to say, close to 3 weeks. This was before the pandemic. So if it happened in the pandemic, I would have been understanding. But this was probably before the pandemic, maybe like right before the pandemic. And it took about 3 weeks for my stuff to come. And when it came, I didn't even know she was based in Philadelphia until after the stuff came. And when it came, I was so like, why did it take so long for my stuff to come? She didn't provide no sort of shipping updates, no sort of details or information. And then she was one of those people who was on social media like, don't DM me asking me questions, or I'm gonna issue you a refund. So I was like scared a little bit to even say something because I really wanted to try the products, right? I'm telling y'all about a time I was harassed by somebody with no systems. Okay. I'm telling y'all about a time when I was harassed as a customer by somebody with no processes in their business. Okay. And I want to support, but again, and now in full transparency, I never purchased from that person again. Okay. I went out, and that's actually how I found SCB Naturals. And I was like looking for natural skincare products to buy because I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff was so good. Why ain't nobody never tell me this stuff people make at home is so amazing? Woo, my skin is glowing, everything is popping. But I couldn't support this person anymore because I didn't have an enjoyable customer or client experience. And so email marketing really adds to that, right? Email marketing is going to definitely help increase your online credibility. It's going to 100% speed up the time it takes somebody to make a decision about whether or not they want to buy with you. And all you really have to start with is some basic email automations based on what you're doing to market your business. I'm not going to get real in depth about that right now, but there's a lot of different things that you can do. I will come back later on, probably in a couple weeks. Email marketing is actually far down my list. Right now, we're laying the foundations for the things you guys need to be thinking about when it comes to building your online marketing strategy, when it comes to finding and attracting your customers online. And again, so if this is something that you need help with, we are definitely here to help you guys. But you can use email marketing to do a variety of different things to advertise to people. And in all honesty, I said this at the beginning when I first got to this one, number 4, is that this is the thing that business owners love to hate. But email marketing for small business owners has such a higher return on investment. It's like right now, like $40 return on investment for every $1 spent on email marketing. Because with your email list, if you do it properly, you can like not only target people specifically, you can retarget them based on what they do, their behaviors on your website, based on their behaviors on your social media. And then when it comes to running social media ad campaigns, you can use that information from your email list and like the contact list, to create lookalike audiences, to create audiences of people who look like your ideal client, share demographics, so that you can market to them and again grow your brand awareness, attract more customers, and kind of wash and repeat this entire process. So email marketing literally is your best bet, right? Like you should definitely be spending more time marketing to people via email than you are or at least the same amount of time that you are on social media. But it's the tool that people love to hate. And it's a really powerful tool for somebody who doesn't have a large budget. If you're willing to put in the time investment, if you're willing to do the work, like with all the stuff that we're talking about, so that you can make more money online. Okay, period. SCB Natural says it definitely does, speaking from experience. Yeah, it does. I mean, I've told stories before myself where like I sent out something to my email list and made an extra $1,000 just by sending out these messages to my list and being consistent. So if you're not consistently building a relationship and again building trust, building rapport with people, no, then you probably are not going to make an extra $1,000 or any extra money by messaging your list today. day. But if you have a relationship with them, you're consistently sending out updates, you're consistently, communicating, adding value to your subscribers, and then you like, oh, we're gonna run a Black History Month promo. I don't know, right? We're running a Black History Month special. My skin is beautiful special. Save, 20% using the code skin, using the code glow. Okay. You'll let your soul glow. Okay. She said her 3-hour flash sales, money bags, right? So it's a great opportunity for you to generate more income, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to be consistent. So I definitely suggest that you use email marketing as a way to build credibility, as a way to build relationship and rapport with your target audience. And all of these things are important, but again, email marketing definitely deserves at least the same amount of attention as your social media strategy. Okay. You need to equally be planning out, like, what are we saying to our clients and customers via email? Okay. The next one that we're gonna talk about is, this is my last one, is showing that your business is real, right? So all of these things together, having a secure website where people can check out, making sure you're using the right payment processors, making sure you're doing good business. Your website has your terms and conditions. It's easy for people to find. Creating a content strategy that really is centered on your ideal client, making sure that your social media and website are integrated and like you're consistent across platforms, that the way you show up on Facebook is the way you show up on Instagram, is the way you show up on your website, on YouTube, or wherever else, so that people know that what they're getting is real. It's a reputable business. You are established. You're not like shady under the table. You're somebody that people can trust. It's going to definitely decrease the decision making time, and it's going to definitely improve your conversions, right? Because the more you come into people, the more people and the more that you come into people and they see that you are able to trust, the easier it is for them to actually purchase from you, the easier it is for them to actually say yes to you. Okay. So you want to make sure that all of your relevant profiles are set up correctly. SCB Naturals was talking earlier about showing like behind the scenes or soap making processes, anything that you can show people, your client testimonials, things that people are saying about you, examples of your work, all of that type of stuff to show that you are in business, that you're serving, that you provide a quality service. All of that stuff is going to be super, super helpful, right? And all of that stuff is going to make sure that when people are trying to check you out, that they can check off every box. Like, oh, okay, I know I'm going to be safe when I check out here. Oh, I know what the price is. Oh, I know what people have to say. Oh, I've seen what she can do. Yes, definitely. So all of your profiles, Google page, all of that different stuff. Um, Anything that people can go to find information about who you are. Okay. And at the beginning of this broadcast, I said, that there is a process, and I actually did a webinar a couple weeks ago about the blueprint, right, where I unveiled my expert marketing blueprint, basically like the exact step-by-step system that we use to build our clients profiles and to attract people to them, help them build and launch amazing online businesses that generate a whole bunch of money and all of that cool kind of stuff, right? And so one of the things that, hey Jeter, how you doing, sweetheart? One of the things that is really, really cool, one of the things that I love about the Entrepreneur Academy is that as we have rolled out this program, released this program, we really designed it in a way that is in line with exactly what I'm talking about, right? That step-by-step procedure, because you can't skip the steps in the process, right? You can't skip the parts. And so I'm hosting this Saturday, the very first workshop. Thank you. In us rolling out this program for the Entrepreneur Academy. It's our funnels masterclass. And so I'm so super excited about this because it's really going to give you an overview and like an actionable plan of everything that you need to do to build a business that is foundationally strong, right? So I talked about this when we first got on today. When you're building a house, you might want to focus on the bathroom. You might want to focus on the tile. You might want to focus on, your bedroom set, right? All the things that you're going to do, all of the cool people that you want to invite to visit. But the reality is you might want to focus on that stuff right now, but first you got to build the foundation. First, you got to build a strong house, because God forbid y'all in there, turning up and stuff start crumbling, right? The foundation is faulty. So I always say that social media is not a magic wand; it is a microphone, right? So when you turn on social media ads, or when you post on social media, you do a amplification basically of whatever is currently going on in your business. And without these proper steps set up, you really are doing yourself and your clients a disservice, because you're not fully prepared. You're not fully prepared to give them what they need to be successful. You don't have the system set up, right? You don't have the details in line. Right? Does that make sense? So this funnels masterclass, it kicks off on Saturday at 8 p.m. I want to say 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to be covering some really amazing things when it comes to building all of the stuff that we talked about today, building it in a cohesive way. Because when you build a funnel, when you build a online sales funnel the right way, what you actually end up with is an amazing foundation for all of the things that you want to do in business. So you can go click the link in my bio if you're watching this on Instagram. If you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, go to rightclickagency.com/fantastic funnels. This masterclass is going to show you guys the anatomy of a sales funnel, who needs a sales funnel and how it can help you grow your online business, how sales funnels can contribute to maximizing your online revenue, and how you can use a sales funnel to attract more customers to your business so that you generate more money consistently, right? So sign up for the workshop, you get all of that. But if you are a part of our Entrepreneur Academy, which is literally the exact same price, $99 per month, you get access to that. Plus, you get access to our following session, our tech implementation session, which is going to happen on the next week, where we're going to be talking about the technology that you need and how to do all of the things that we talked about today. So we're going to start rolling that stuff out for the membership. How to make sure all of your pages are cohesive. How do you actually set up your Facebook and Instagram page? How do you actually set up an automation that's connected to your Shopify website or to your WordPress website, right? What does all of that stuff look like? Okay, so an amazing opportunity. Plus, when you're a part of the membership, you get access to our membership content library, which right now has over 35 resources to help you grow your business. You get access to our monthly expert workshops, as well as the pre-recorded trainings that they've already done. You get discounts on a variety of Right Click Agency products and services. And you also get the opportunity to take advantage of some amazing private and exclusive networking events and be a part of our amazing community. Okay. So all of that stuff is on my website, rightclickagency.com. If you want more details about the membership, you can go to rightclickagency.com/membership. You want to schedule a call with me, go to bit.ly/help grow my biz. Just click the link in my bio if you're watching this over on Instagram. And if you got value out of this, make sure you share it with somebody, tag somebody in this broadcast who needs to see it, send it to their DM, text a friend, phone a friend right now, because this was some amazing information that can really help you if you implement it, if you execute on it, to be able to build a business that is even more credible online, right? So that you can continue to grow your following, attract your ideal client, and make more sales. That's what I'm here to help you do, you guys. I'm Kiara Solomon, founder of the Right Click Agency. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me today. And thank you so much to everybody who watched this on the replay. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing day. Bye.